Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Final Trade. All the way back in February, I talked to you guys, or you few guys who were subscribers all the way back in February, about Commander Deck discounts that I had gotten at the end of 2021 and ideas around them and why there were such discounts. And ultimately, I came to the conclusion that it was probably because of the way that inventory taxes work in the United States. In most places in the US, at the county level, the county will try to assess inventory tax on your business. And that's why famously we have car dealerships do things like do big sales at the end of the year to try to clear out inventory so they don't pay 1 or 2 or 2.5% tax on it. It's a hodgepodge of regulation all over the country. So none of it is the same everywhere. But that was the theory, and I promised at the time that I would come back. We would talk about this at the end of this year and see if we could find any deals. And so this is that follow up video starting here. Commander 2020. Well, it's basically down $15 or so. If we go back here and we look back to the beginning of the approximately typically 4 months of data that TCG Player will put on here. Or actually, we can go back a little further, but the prices are about the same. Yeah, 210s and 200 for a short time here, and then into the 210s, 220s, and then back around to about 200 today. So maybe we could say this has lost about $15 of price in the last couple of months headed into the end of the year, and their chart reflects that. So maybe this one is down about $15 towards the end of the year. Zendikar Rising, of course, these have been terrible their whole life. A year ago, these were like $15 per deck. Now they're $20 per deck. But if we come and look at the actual sales history, well, we're looking at about $40 most of the time, all the way back as far as they'll let us see on these actual sales, and $40 today. So these are pretty flat going into the end of the year. Commander Legends, this is the original Commander Legends, and these are the pre-constructed Commander decks. Of course, about $110 once you put in this shipping here today. And what has the history been? Awful, only a few sales, and all at that about 110. And of course, this price that's reflected on this screen here will not show the shipping, so that information is lost. And you see whoever this is still has one left at that same price for shipping. So basically, these Commander Legends Commander decks have been flat towards the end of the year. Kaldheim, $119. And what have sales looked like? Well, 3 sales, and they've all been 119. And for some reason, TCG Player has some data points up here at 130, some phantom data points on the plot that don't actually exist. Yeah, don't trust TCG Player's plot here. The thing is, they need to hire me to fix it. So we'll call Kaldheim flat. Commander 21, these are the Strixhaven themed decks, so about 132 once you throw this $3 shipping onto there. And what do the historical sales look like? Well, 147, high 140s, and then 142. So, you might call this. Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. Yeah, it's one of these dealers who's probably running some kind of scam. One sale, and I wonder if we click him, is it going to show that yeah, he's only got 2 items for sale in his inventory. So, yeah, probably not a real data point on the current price there. So we can probably say the current price is still 143, which is basically about what it's been through all of recent history. So we'll call this one flat also. So not doing too well so far. Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, 149. And man, that plot doesn't look helpful. So 139, and then it crossed into the 140s sometime in October. So these have actually been going up in price. That's interesting. I wonder what cards in there have been appreciating to cause the Commander case to go up in price for this one. So up about $10 going into the end of the year. Midnight Hunt, $99. And what do sales look like? Absolutely atrocious. 2 sales. And where do these data points even come from? I guess it was 110 off to the left side of this plot at some point, and it pulled that value in. But yeah, I don't even know where this 104 value comes from when the actual sales were both at this $99 value. So who knows? Again, don't put too much faith in this plot from TCG Player. They're doing some kind of weird interpolation or smoothing or something on it. But so it looks like Midnight Hunt is basically flat. Crimson Vow, $88. And what looks like a big drop? Well, yeah, okay. So basically, we could say this is down about $14 or so over the last bit, and yeah, there's actually some available at those prices, so it looks legit. So hey, Crimson Vow Commander deck cases have come down in price. I guess we'll all rejoice. Kamigawa 113 and a single sale, and somehow TCG Player thinks there's all of this detail to be plotted from one single point of data. So yeah, I'd love to know what they're doing to generate these plots from one point of data. But of course, if there's no sales, it's flat. Streets of New Capenna, $150, man. And what does this look like going backwards? Wow, 170s, a brief dip, 170s. Yeah, so this is interesting. I guess it's a more recent product and there's just more of it still churning around in the system, pulling the price down. Maybe this is actually an example of what we're looking for, of stores trying to get these big bulky products off the books towards the end of the year. Maybe, I mean, it's down about $27 towards the latter part of the year. And finally, Baldur's Gate, 146. And what do actual sales look like? Pretty flat. So, that's 11 sets we looked at. 7 of them were flat, 1 was up, and 3 were down. Now, I have 2 theories about this, and one of them I have a lot more faith in than the other. The first theory is that basically prices are about as low as they can get already. There's already been huge pressure all year long to lower prices, to move products so that stores can basically stay in business. And so maybe we should not expect to see a lot of price drops towards the end of the year. The price drops have already happened again and again and again. The second theory is maybe we're a little too early. Maybe we need to wait a couple more weeks. And to that end, I think I'll probably come visit this again maybe 2-3 weeks from now, and we'll see. But, I was really hoping that we would get some positive feedback from this theory, that maybe Commander decks are something we could look for to fall in price towards the end of the year as stores try to get the bulkiness of them out of their inventory and get the dollar value of them off their books before inventory taxes. But so far, these data do not look good towards the theory that we came up with back in February. Let me know if you have any ideas about this, anything we could try and do to maybe improve this theory and give it some predictive power, or maybe if you have a good argument for why it's just not working this year. So let me know what you think, guys. Otherwise, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join me on Final Trade. Thanks a lot.